Hello and welcome to July 27th. Alpha PG at 64% and Stochastics has moved into positive territory. Let's go ahead and confirm those numbers. There it is. We are 103 ahead divided by 55.33 as a percentage of 1.9%, and the SPY is at 18.2. So we still have some catching up to do, but we are moving in the right direction, and that's what counts. So now let's go on to the chart. Here we are. There it is, PG. And PG is a nice, beautiful. Look at this. It's a real nice, little bit of a strange Elliot Wave, but it bottomed here, came up here for our entry, moved up, plateau, moved up, came down, and then off to the races it is. And we have a nice incline there, a nice uptrend on the 10 EMA as a confirmation that we have a uptrend. Also, too, note that we are in good territory on the stochastics. One of the things that people really misread about stochastics, that overbought is not really 80. Overbought is 90, 95. That's when your overbought is. Start to watch, be more observant. Now, this is a 90 line. You can go ahead and put a 90 line or a 95 line and start seeing, okay, the price really start turning around when it gets up that high. Because when you're buying into, when you hit the 80, and it's always overbought at 80, it's not overbought at 80, it's getting into strength. How many times have you seen that where it gets cross 80 and it hovers between 80 and 90, 95, and the price just keeps going up and up and up? Oh, it should be turning around because it's overbought. No, it's not overbought until it crosses over 90 to 95. That's my observation, and I am sticking to it. All right, that said, for PG at 64%, 315 against an ode of 2716. I'm going to go through to rush this pretty fast because I want to review what happened to VTS, MRK, and AMC, which came up on the open scanner a few days ago. So moving on, now we go on to Monster. Monster has gone into 47%, and there it is. And you see our entry was right here. Look at this. Come down here, and we now get a confirmation in our uptrend. This is a trender right there, the stochastic trend. That is that the 10 EMA must be going in the same direction as the stochastics is. It's not pretty much where price action is at that time. You just are getting confirmation that the stochastics say it's time to get in, and the EMA is confirming it. And up, a little bit of down, and a little plateau here and up. So, and again, another plateau actually right there. Their price is not broken above 96, 97, and you notice there's the close here at the top of the green candle, and it matches the high, and it matches the close here at the high of the red on the open. All right, that is take care of Monster at 47%, going on to KR at 45%, and KR at 45%. There's our Elliot Wave. Well, we got a little bit of flat zone. See, I didn't call it too good there, but this is all what happens. But we did have a nice entry. We have a nice entry, and so maybe this could be what they call a rest after battle. Drops, rests, accumulates, and then rallies back up again. Remember, institutional investors cannot be going in and buying millions of shares without causing suspicion. They have to buy in slowly. And that's why price will hover a zone. We get range bound. And it's like, what's going on here? And what's going on is institutions are getting in slowly before the public catches on. And then they, excuse me, when they have the breakout, now the institutions are enjoying the ride because they got accumulation at a lower price, and then it grabs the public's attention and imagination, and then they jump into the game a little bit late. Okay, going on now to from KR to RTX. Now remember, RTX was in a little bit of a struggling zone there for a while. It was in positive, then went to negative, and now it's going into positive. There we are. Here's our RTX. Our entry was off here. Remember, the price was way below here. Look at the move that came here, and then we have the EMA. And I can zoom in a little bit closer now, and there we can see the action. So there is RTX 0727, and we are now only at 142. Not now. Also, to quickly review the escape clause. There are 3 conditions to get out of the trade, and we haven't decided on 2. Price hits here at 10x. That's a 10-to-1 return on the trade. And then that could be a very possible way of getting out. 2, this is these are DTX trades, that is date to expiration. And in past practice of other traders, and in addition to back trading, we have found that DTEs have produced some substantial 200 and 300 ROIs when they go in the right direction. That's what we're still using, a stop down here to stop at the entry point for a close to a break even if possible. One of my fellow traders suggested, why don't once you get in here and prices moved up enough, like they say the third or fifth ratio, go ahead and put the stop here at 89.97, and then if the price returns back, at least you'll be able to get to very close to zero or maybe a small profit, as opposed, because this is still going to produce a 5 to 10 to 15% minus if it comes down the EP because of the AB. Remember, the ask is the price you pay for going out the door. Bid is the price that they buy it back at, and the prices are never exactly the same. All right, that takes care of RTX at 27%. Going on to CBS. CBS is at 16%, and there it is, 16%. There's our, and it did clear the gantry, so we got 89. And look, it came ever so close. Our low was 82.31, and our stop is 81.90. So that was just within a few pennies. But look at it; it turned around and hang on. And that CBS is this is representing 16% right there. So there's 16% for CBS. Our next one is DBA. DBA seems to have a pullback. It was up to, I think, 15% the other day, if I'm not mistaken. And let me go ahead and zoom in closer. But it did get its 1870. Oh, I have to correct this. This note down here is incorrect. This is actually should be 1870. So I did say I was going to correct that. Okay, that takes us now to gold. And gold is, now gold already has its EP stop, so it's done. And we're waiting for us to see if we can get some price action and get above that third or fourth ratio. And then I would consider what my friend has suggested, put stop at the first ratio to ensure some kind of capital preservation. Remember, the 5 rules of engagement are: 1, preserve capital; 2, preserve profit; 3, exits do not retreat. No, 3, take profit; 4, exits do not retreat; 5, rinse and repeat. Okay, that takes care of the positive territories. The DTE, the two trades of DTE are still behind. So let's go on to what the scanner produced the other day, and that is, one of them was VTS. So let's see what VTS has done in the last few days. It's still in the game. You can see right there we got a scan was here on the 22nd of July, and it got triggered, and it did clear the gantry, so it would have got a stop out right there. That would have been a stop out because it did clear the gantry. Now, some say that is too tight. If you get a doji and it's still not cleared enough of the gantry, my grandson's like that. My grandson will say, hey, I want action to be closer to that first ratio before I'm going to go to the gantry. All right, everybody has to make the decision to which they were going to operate. But if we would have got stopped out here, we would have been stopped out. So there is VTS. Let's go on to Merck. And Merck is, it's still, it got triggered. No, it got triggered today. It actually would not triggered yesterday. The entry would have been and again we get to the high 77.70, and the high here was 77.61. So this would not triggered, but it would have triggered here. But actually the order would have been canceled. But we left it there because we are just doing a forward testing. This is forward testing, is what forward testing is about. All right, that takes us now to AMC. Let's see what happened to AMC. AMC is somewhat in the news, and there it is, AMC. And AMC would have been at the high at 40.90, and the price would have been got to 40.30. So 40.90, am I correct? Yeah, it would. So the price did not get to trigger. This would not have been a triggered trade, would have canceled it. But on general stochastics, it would have gotten to the trade and then be waiting for that first ratio right there. All right. Well, that is a conclusion of tonight's report for Losers Become Winners. I thank you very much for stopping by, checking it out, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.